10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no chain. Feel like Ice Cube, cause a dead good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy Ice Gate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, how the paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Run like I don't got any stay. Yeah. Run it up. Went from MIA to LA on the run like I don't got any stay. I went from LA to the A on the run, you can tell where I stay. Counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Been 1,020, spent 100. Money come and gone, let's get straight to it. Been a businessman, it's bigger than music. I was on a new building with like 8 units. What's for sale, I might buy it all. Don't wanna put in work, now you just wanna ball. Got Louis bags with no money in them. Bigger the lie, the harder they fall. Fast route, for me it's always been a cash route. Bag route, spend some money, switch a piece of cash out. Always been a stand-up guy, never back down. Curry's on my team and got some pack outs. Went from MIA to LA on the run like I don't got an estate. I went from LA to the A on the run, you can tell where I stay. Counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Savior of my city like I'm Luke Cage. This is real life, you're ballin' 2K. I was just a young count, loose change. Now I got it coming 22 ways. 12-12s on me, no flu game. Same team, we the new way. I told my baby come and get some. What's hers mine and she here to stay. I said, do you love me? Why not though? I know I'm on the go, I'm on the run, girl. For the money, with my vatos. I know I'm not from LA, I'm from New York. Upstate though, and we got dough. And we don't show no mercy, run the score. Ice on my head, so we got balls. Went from MIA to LA on the run like I don't got an estate. I went from LA to the A on the run, you can tell where I stay. Counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. Counting all this paper, I chase no sleep, call me jet lag, baby. To LA with it. To LA with it. Yeah. To LA with it. To LA with it. Yeah. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no chain. Feel like Ice Cube, cause a dead good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy Ice Skate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Yeah. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, had a paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are we doing? Hey, new month. How we doing? Yes, sir. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to another edition of the show. Appreciate you guys, man. A lot has been going on, man. So I appreciate you guys rocking with your boy, sticking with me. We definitely have a lot to unravel. Obviously, it's the 4th of the month already, and it's kind of crazy. So we got to start off this month like really hard or whatever, and then we're just going to push it from there. And man, so much stuff with PlayStation. As you guys know, There's a lot of stuff right now that's going on. We got rumors, we got official stuff, you know, that's coming out. Even, what was it, Thursday was the last time? Yeah, because Friday was what, April Fool's Day. So man, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. And I do have some official stuff with me that I can't even talk about. I literally can't even talk about right now because I just can't. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for y'all patience, because that's more than that means more to me than anything else right now. And if you're a PlayStation fan, there's definitely a lot to unravel in this particular situation right now. And so I want you guys to just be patient with me with unraveling everything today. Now, we do have some new, apparently, not multiplayer, that too. But we have some new PS5 games that are in listing right now that's supposedly happening from someone that is very credible on a lot of things that they have put out there before. We do have information here pertaining to the PSVR 2 showcase. We heard that there was supposedly something that's getting ready to go down pertaining to that. And so I really wanted to kind of dive into that, because remember the situation with, you know, Game Over Greggy, you know, Greggy or Greg, or I think that's what's Greggy. I think that's what his handle is or whatever. But Greg Miller, when he was talking about some type of big acquisition or something like that, or an event or something like that. So now we have official emails that is actually stemming out behind this particular showcase here. And we're also going to be talking about Sony's plans of buying even more studios. You know what I'm saying? And like I told you guys, obviously Sony is not done yet. They're not done. They're not completely done when it comes to buying more studios and stuff like that. Yeah, they got Bungie and they got Haven Studios and stuff like that. I mean, on Thursday, we did talk about the whole situation with From Software, and we talked about the whole Konami situation. It was a great time. I think it's one of the best times that we had in a very, very long time, talking about a lot of that stuff. And I think it was brilliant. It shows that a lot of you guys really do care about retro games and everything like that. That retro games still matters. Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. He was one of the main ones that broke the story. No, not one of the main ones. He is the one that broke the story on Sony actually working on the PS3 games on PS5 to where you can actually download the games on there. And I think now we're having a lot of articles around that particular situation. Because, I mean, honestly, the PS5 can do it. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to take a lot of manpower to sit there and code these games and get these games to actually be able to be on the PS5 so to where you can actually download them. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of money, but it's going to get done. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's one of the biggest things a lot of people are saying, like, well, how is it that all the other stuff, and not even just that too, we actually hearing that Vita is going to be added to the list too. And I'm like, why they're doing Vita like that? Like, Vita needs to be in the mix too. So apparently Vita games are going to be involved, and PS3 games to where you guys can actually download the games. Larry K, thank you so much for the $1. Appreciate that. I didn't even realize I have so much stuff going on in my head right now, but appreciate the $1 donation. Thank you so much. It definitely goes a long way. Also, we're going to talk about PlayStation Now subscriptions and what's actually going on right now, what you guys can actually do before Sony completely, I think they are already starting to do that right now, so it might be a little bit too late, but we're still going to cover it anyway on how you can actually save a little bit of money, you know, when it comes to the PlayStation Plus new, you know, sort of memberships that they're going to be having and everything like that. Because I'm telling you guys, man, it's just a lot going on with PlayStation right now, and I hope a lot of people understand that, hey, if you don't act quick on certain things, then you're going to miss out on certain offers and everything like that. Also, we're going to talk about what's going on. We have some new information coming out from Jim Ryan when it comes to PlayStation Plus and everything like that. So we're going to talk about that as well. We're also going to talk about PS Now games for April. And we're going to talk about Silent Hill. I mean, it's funny. We were talking about Silent Hill on Thursday, and was having a lot of conversations on everything. And so it was kind of crazy. And then the whole abandoned situation, like I said, I'm tired of promises. They said over the weekend, oh, you want us to show you guys what we have been working on, yada, yada, yada. You know, everything is still in development. I'm like, yeah, ever since the game was announced a year ago, we've been wanting you guys to show something, give us something, you know, that's credible and everything like that. So yeah, we're going to do that, guys. We're definitely going to be diving deeper into this one for you guys, so that we can kind of dissect this. So the first thing here, we have to talk about these new games, because that's what's more important to everybody right now, is obviously the games, right? And so let's talk about these games, because these games are very, very enticing. And I think some of you guys are going to be happy about some of these games. And I really hope that this actually happens. Again, this is obviously a rumor, so I don't want us to get too excited or too deep into this. But ultimately, you know, we can definitely expect, based on things that was said from developers before, I think it's safe to say that, yeah, this and this and this and this is happening, and we could just kind of move on from there. All right, so diving into our first story here. Appreciate you guys watching, liking, and subscribing. Welcome to the channel. And moving forward, we're going to go back to our original time, when we're supposed to, you know, be live and stuff like that. So my apologies for the late start here. A lot of stuff going on in the background. Like I said before, I had to pick up something that was very important and stuff. I didn't even know I even had it, you know what I'm saying, until I checked. And so, yeah, so there's definitely a lot of things in the mix that's going to be happening. So appreciate you guys. All right, so diving into our first story here, let's talk about these new PS5 games, because, man, that's what it really boils down to at this point. Besides all the wait and, you know, shenanigans that we have been dealing with as, you know, as fans and as gamers, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? We already got to get our hopes up for certain particular situations, and then obviously it does not happen. So we have multiple new PS5 games, or should I say existing IPs that are, you know, currently in development right now that we're going to be talking about. And I can't say that I ain't excited. I really, really want Sony to come out here and just drop a showcase and really show us all the good stuff. But obviously we have to be patient and we have to wait on their own timing. So diving into our next story here, we have to talk about these multiple new PlayStation 5 games. Again, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button. It definitely does help out our show so that we can continue to do this forward. First thing, when it comes to these new PS5 games, we have Ben Studio. Now, Ben Studio, as you guys already know, Days Gone, I think arguably one of my favorite PlayStation exclusive game. You know what I'm saying? It's up there. You know, I've grown to love, you know, Days Gone, and actually finishing the game and seeing how everything's from start to finish. It's a great game if you missed out on it, especially with the PS5 upgrade. Now we have Ben Studio Project Propaganda Codename. All right, whatever that means as far as that is concerned. Now, check this out. Now, this is actually coming from Oops Leaks or whatever the case may be. And they're saying, well, it's going to be a spiritual successor of Siphon Filter. Now, Siphon Filter obviously is a game that I grew up in the 90s. And it's funny because we were talking about nostalgia on Thursday, and we was basically saying like, man, we want Sony to do this. We want them to revitalize SOCOM. I mean, it's always good. And then moving forward in June, like I said, we're going to have Thursdays on the channel is going to be designated after the show. It's going to be designated for Retro Thursdays, where we're going to play some of these big name titles that are tied into the actual subscription service, or we just going to be playing PS3, playing online on PS3, checking out the games on PS3 and see how things are. PS2, PS1, all of that jazz. And we're just going to have a good time. And it's crazy when people sit there and say, oh, well, nobody cares about retro stuff, Marlon. That's a lie. Because there is a market for that. Why do you think Xbox gets a lot of props for a lot of backward compatibility stuff and FPS boost? Going back to play what? Old games. Going back to do what? Legacy retro titles. That's literally what it is. Like, there is a market for that. So when people sit there and tell you nonsense in your ears saying, oh yeah, retro titles don't mean anything at all. No, they do mean something. Because there's a market for it. If that was the case, then Sony would have said, nah, well, we're not gonna spice up the PlayStation Plus or whatever the case may be and add all these retro titles. Yeah, I feel like Sony should be a little bit more aggressive with it, but they're doing all they can apparently internally to make sure that, yeah, you can download PlayStation 3 games and you can also get access to PS Vita stuff apparently. So apparently this game that Ben Studios is working on is called Project Propaganda, and it's code name for it right now, but it's a spiritual successor of Siphon Filter, a open world stealth action game. Now, the crazy part is that we've been hearing that Ben Studio was working on something like, I think it's called Men in Black or something like that, which didn't make sense to me. And then we heard that it was going to be some type of open world game similar in the same vein as Days Gone. But now, according to this rumor here, this leak, it's saying that it's an open world stealth action game, right? And it's the setting of it is basically late Cold War setting. So it's a late Cold War setting. And then think of open world Hitman plus Metal Gear Solid 5. Wow, that's insane, because those two games are two of the best stealth action games there is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the new Hitman game, yes, it is open world and you can do all these different things and everything like that. MGS5 was incredible. If you missed out on playing MGS5, I'm telling you, you're missing out. So man, that's a great, I hope that this is true, because a spiritual successor to Siphon Filter with open stealth action, you know, open world stealth action, that means, yeah, you're getting the best of both worlds. You get an MGS5 type open world setting or whatever, and also Hitman as well, with much more denser locations, right? And also online elements, and co-op are planned as well. I mean, obviously you can't have a open world game and then you don't have co-op so that people can sit there and then enjoy the experience. And then, yeah, obviously there's more multiplayer stuff that needs to be on the PlayStation 5. They make no questions about that one. Also, you know, this is kind of crazy, because he also said that I'm a little skeptical about this, but I've heard similar things from multiple sources. Development is in full swing despite the studio's frustration over the rejection of Days Gone sequel. So he's saying that he's been hearing it from multiple sources that this particular project is still in the swing of things, even though the situation with the whole Days Gone thing, I mean, I don't even want to talk about that sequel situation. It just don't make sense to me, but it is what it is. However, I would not expect the game to be released in the next couple of years. So he's saying basically it ain't coming out anytime soon. But man, if they are, because everybody wanted to know what Ben Studio is working on. So in time, we will know if this is true or not, because I've heard mixed bag things before about what Ben is actually working on right now, and it was something completely different than this. But like I said, if this is true, then man, this will be huge for the PlayStation 5. And at that point in time, you do have to understand that, well, this is being developed for PlayStation 5, because if it's coming out maybe 2 or 3 years from now, then you already know this is a next gen title. So imagine Siphon Filter mixed with MGS5 and Hitman, you know, big old open world type of game with online co-op. That would be insane. I mean, all of this sounds really good on paper, but again, I don't want to get my hopes too high, because I already know how, you know, things like this actually works, especially games that are just early in development right now. Hopefully we can see what it looks like really soon, and Ben's name is, you know, Ben Studio's name is tied to it, and then we can actually go from there. But that's one of the games that we're going to be talking about right there. So that's one. Obviously, that's Ben Studio. Next on the list is obviously Naughty Dog. Now, we've been hearing, right, from, you know, Neil Druckmann that, hey, they are working right now on these games and everything like that. They have multiple games in development. They also have Last of Us Online. That is, you know, obviously Factions 2. We've been hearing so much stuff about that. We thought that it was going to get revealed on Last of Us Anniversary. We thought, man, everybody was thinking all different type of stuff, right? But ultimately, right now we're getting a report saying that Naughty Dog, the Last of Us Online game, planned as a battle royale, but got completely rebooted. And I kind of believe that, because remember, we had one of the directors of of the game that's actually working on this, saying that he's taking a lot of points from Fortnite. And I'm like, a lot of people don't like Fortnite, but I kind of get it, because he was talking about like how you have to grind and how Fortnite is actually set up with like the characters and the development of the characters and blah, 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 blah. So not necessarily like digging into so much of the actual, you know, gameplay, because a lot of people don't like Fortnite, but hey, it is what it is. And the rest of the crowd does. So he's saying right here that it was planned as a battle royale, you know, reboot or whatever. Oh no, it was planned as a battle royale, but it got completely rebooted. Then he said, described as a mix between Tarkov and Division with additional modes inspired by the original faction's multiplayer, single player like experience in online game, F2P first on PS5 with further release on PC. So very, very interesting to say the least. I mean, obviously at this point in time, I really wonder, because we've been hearing, hopefully it gets revealed, you know, this year, and then we can actually see some gameplay on it or whatever. It sounds like this might end up coming out maybe in 2023 at this point. You know what I'm saying? So get this. He also said that there is upcoming game called The Day Before that my source pointed at what The Last of Us Online game could look like, or it looks like, right? As far as like the vein of the game. And even the logo is quite similar to how The Day Before looks. So that's very, very interesting, because I was kind of getting a Last of Us vibe from The Day Before or whatever the case may be. But he said, don't know if the BR mode is entirely scrapped by its existence, is not excluded. And then he also said that the game is a flagship PS Live service title. Again, we also have to remember that live service games are Sony's major push. You know what I'm saying? That's the direction that they're headed in. You know what I'm saying? It's a very good business model for them. They're making a lot of money from live service stuff. So they're going to obviously use, you know, Factions 2 as one of those prime live service multiplayer titles. And hopefully they do it right. You know what I'm saying? And not do some Gran Turismo 7 nonsense, you know, killing us with microtransactions and all the above. But I mean, hey, we'll see. We'll definitely see. But he's saying that this game is going to be a flagship PS Live service title that will probably be the first of 10 that are planned. First of 10. Remember, Sony said they had, what, 10 live service games that are planned by now until 2026. So if that's the first title, then I would say, well, 2023 could be very well when that game does come out. I mean, we've been hearing about Factions 2 being in development for at least, what, 2 or 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? If rumors and everything else is to be believed, it's been in development for a while now. And so I would say, well, early 2023, but we will see as time progresses. So this apparently Last of Us Online would be the first of 10, you know, live service titles that supposedly come into the PS5 that's planned for release. He also said, I expect it to be announced within this year with a release date in early 2023. I said that before I even read the whole thing. It sounds to me like it's an early 2023 title or whatever the case may be, because of everything else on the back end that Sony is dealing with right now. PS Plus, PSVR 2, God of War, all this other stuff that they got going on. So yeah, I mean, they don't have to cram everything in 2022. They can just kind of spread things out and just kind of go from there. But let me know what you guys think, because obviously, you know, that's just the way it is. Also, we're going to move on from the Last of Us, you know, online situation, Last of Us Online, and move on to our next topic here in the same vein, next game here. So Naughty Dog, apparently, remember I said Naughty Dog have multiple games in development. So Naughty Dog, they have a new IP, right? It's the next major single player title. Neil Druckmann is not involved. Fantasy said it. Now, remember, we heard about that, right? That they were working on some type of new IP First I heard that it was sort of like sci-fi or something like that. I was hearing rumors about that before. It was either sci-fi or it was you know, something like horror or something like that. But according to this report, it's saying that the next major single player game, obviously Neil Druckmann is not going to be in there. It's going to be in a fantasy setting. At least that's what it looks like, and it's currently in full production. So this new particular you know, IP and whatnot. Also, we have to talk about Last of Us Part 3. Now, that's the next game on the list. All right, because remember, the headline is multiple new PS5 games. So the next title here is Last of Us 3. And I remember this was like when around the time when Last of Us 2 was released and everything. A lot of people was upset. Obviously, I'm not going to do no spoilers because of what happened to a major character in the actual universe. And so a lot of people was like, man, this is nonsense. You know, that's unfair. You know, they need to, you know, do something. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's already scripted. It's already done. So there's nothing that we could do about said character. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Neil Druckmann did talk about Last of Us 3. And he did say that, well, if they're writing, if the script makes sense for them to do it, they will do it. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, it just leaves everybody on a cliffhanger with Last of Us 2 because the situation that actually happened. And I get it. Shoot, I was upset too. And I think a lot of diehard fans of the actual series are upset. And so they're like hoping that Last of Us 3 will be that fulfilling, you know what I'm saying, heart desire as far as everything. But nothing is ever going to replace that character. So you guys understand exactly where I'm coming from with this. And so let's talk about Last of Us 3 here. That's the next title on the list. It says nothing but official statements from the studio regarding Last of Us 3. The outline of the script is ready. So apparently the outline of the script for Last of Us 3 is actually ready right now, ready to go. Okay. But the issue is here we go. But the studio is engrossed in development of the aforementioned project. So obviously with everything else that they got going on, a new IP, right? That's in a fantasy setting. They're dealing with, you know, one of Sony's premier biggest live service title, which is obviously, like I said before, Last of Us Factions, you know, Factions 2, right? And so they're working on multiple stuff right now. So obviously they're not going to be able to, they don't have that many developers to sit there and jump around on multiple titles like that, right? So I completely understand that. So you already have two other major stuff that you're working on. So Last of Us 3, you're definitely going to need all hands on deck on that one. And so basically they're saying right now, because of all hands on deck on the other projects, they don't really have enough manpower to go behind Last of Us 3. And it's possible that the development will begin faster than expected due to the studio's expansion. So now apparently they have expanded the studio. They have been hiring more people and stuff like that. So that should speed up the process for Last of Us 3. Like I said, Last of Us 3, to be honest with you, man, being that Neil Druckmann is not involved in it, I think that's a good thing for a lot of people. And it's also a bad thing because, again, a lot of people was like, well, Neil Druckmann. A lot of people didn't like Neil Druckmann because of Last of Us 2. You know what I'm saying? And how the story was written and blah, blah, blah. And what happened to the major character. So that's why a lot of people right now in the comments are saying, well, I'm happy he's not involved. If that's true and he is not involved, hey, it is what it is. Especially with the next Naughty Dog IP, if he's not involved in it. But I'm pretty sure that he's probably gonna be involved with Last of Us 3. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I know it's a little bit too early to tell, but we'll see at this point. I mean, hey, it sucks because you have some people that like Neil Druckmann and you have some people that don't. So we'll see how that actually turns out. All right, so I think we covered a lot of stuff, obviously, with this particular topic here. We did cover Ben Studio, right? Their new game that they're working on, Project Propaganda. That's the code name for it. Again, open world game that revolves around stealth, just like Metal Gear Solid 5 and Hitman. Okay, open world Hitman, and also co-op will be planned for this Ben Studio title. and they're still working on this right now. Also, it might be the next couple of years. Just recapping before we move on to the next topic. We also talked about Naughty Dog, The Last of Us online game for PS5. That's Factions 2. Obviously, they are working on it. They went with a Battle Royale setting, and they actually rebooted that whole particular situation. So now they're doing something fresh with that. And we talked about Last of Us 3. Okay? And so also, we're going to talk about what's actually next here, because we're not done yet. We're definitely not done yet. We're going to talk about the future of the PlayStation 5. And we obviously have to talk about these games in separate portions, because now we're going in time forward a little bit, at least another 2 years from now. What we're actually, with the reports that we're getting, and what Sony's plans are in particular. So diving into our next story here, let's talk about PS5 2023 and 2025. Okay, so in the span of the next 3 years or so, what's going to be happening here, and what's actually going to be going down. So pay attention with me, guys. Rock with your boy. Appreciate the support. Hit that like button, hit that share button. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all that I can. I'm doing the best that I can for you guys. I love it.
Boy, we're swimming in cash.
Let's dive right off into this one here. And again, guys, don't get too excited about this until we get official announcement. But this person have been right about things before, and so we're going to go ahead and we're going to rock with this, all right? Lionel, thank you so much for the $5. Says, what's up, Marlon? I have a problem. PS5 late 2022 into September or October. There's just not enough games for my liking. Hope you and the family is doing well. Trust me, there's going to be a lot more games coming. I guarantee you, man. There's going to be a lot more games coming to your liking, and I promise. Just give Sony some time. We're giving Microsoft some time right now. Microsoft, there's so much stuff going on right now. I've learned over the weekend. I'm just scratching my head. You know what I'm saying? All type of development issues on some of the titles, especially State of Decay 3, from what we were hearing. Don't know if that's true all the way. We just got to give time. That's all we need. That's all we can do right now, guys, is just give both companies time. That's all we can do. We can't rush the process, unfortunately. But I digress. Let's talk about these PS5 2023 to 2025 titles. Now, here is the same thing. Now, this is coming from the same person. Like I said before, this person have been accurate on information. So here we go. Now, over the past month, I have received a lot of information from various sources regarding future PlayStation projects. That's why I said 2023 to 2025. Okay. And apparently the PS5 life cycle, you know, is probably going to be towards the end around that time, 2025, 2026, around that window, you know, and then veering off into a newer PlayStation hardware, whatever the case may be. But we have to talk about these games on what's in development, because remember, Herman Holt said that there is 25 plus games that are in development for PlayStation 5, right? Half of them are existing IPs, and then the rest of them are new IPs, right? So we have to just kind of bear that in mind. And plus, since he said that, there's always, you know, other stuff that could have been in play or deals that they have been working on. So it could be more than 25 at this point. With all these new studios and everything and live service stuff, it's probably way more than 25. It's probably 30 or more than that as we speak. But he's saying over the past month that I've received a lot of information from various sources regarding future PlayStation projects. I'll post most of this information, even though I'm not entirely sure if it's accurate or not. But let's pay attention to this. He said major PlayStation IP. I think there were some typos there. Major PlayStation IP studios, all right, are currently working on more than one project. So that's true though, because you got Insomniac. Insomniac is working on so much stuff, right? They're working on Spider-Man 2. They're working on Wolverine. They're working on some, I think it's like a multiplayer Marvel title. You know what I'm saying? Naughty Dog is working on multiple stuff. So that is true. That is true. You know what I'm saying? Sony's first party studios, their PlayStation studios, are working on multiple titles as we speak. That's why these titles are taking so long. I get it, especially with the situation with Ragnarok. Like, a lot of you guys want Ragnarok. I get it. I get it. I get questions on the daily. What's going on with this? What's going on with that? Blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, we do have to understand that being that these studios are working on multiple games, a lot of certain games, you know, gets put on the back burner or they don't have enough manpower. That's why you see they're constantly hiring. Sony Santa Monica constantly hiring, you know, Insomniac constantly hiring. That's why I see a lot of these in-house studios from PlayStation, not even just PlayStation, but Xbox as well. They're always hiring because you need more people. You need more people to be working on these games so you can get these games out to the mass because people are getting impatient. People want to play these games. So I completely understand. So I do believe that. I mean, it's obviously true because a lot of these Sony studios, they have multiple games that they're working on right now. So he's saying that they have multiple projects that they're working on right now. And Sony is impressed with Insomniac's results in multitasking. Oh, give it up for Insomniac. I mean, shoot. If I was Sony, hey, if I was Sony, I would be impressed with Insomniac. You know what I'm saying? Insomniac has put out nothing but high quality games. You understand what I'm saying? Insomniac has put out nothing but high quality games. Naughty Dog as well. A lot of their first party studios that they have has put out nothing but high quality stuff. That's what Sony is known for. So I do believe that Sony is impressed with Insomniac. I mean, come on. Spider-Man 2018, you know, Miles Morales. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I would be impressed with them too. You know what I'm saying? And most, if not all of their games, you know what I'm saying, is always rated high on the chart. You know what I'm saying? Rated high on the chart, you know, critically acclaimed, getting all these awards and everything like that because Insomniac is one of the best studios. That was one of the smartest things that Sony could ever do was acquire Insomniac games. You know what I'm saying? Because they just God tier. This is one of the best studios that they have in-house. That's next to Naughty Dog, next to Housemarque. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on about all these different studios, but we do have to understand that, listen, man, this is real. This is what's happening. Like, I would be impressed with Insomniac right now. They're multitasking. They have a lot of stuff. They got Spider-Man 2. There's already a lot of pressure on them as it is for Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2, from what we've been hearing, is a title that is literally going to blow everybody away. You know what I'm saying? The least little information that we get on Spider-Man 2, everybody gets crazy and excited about it because they already know Insomniac is behind it. And it's going to be breathtaking considering that it's going to be a next generation only game. So it's fully going to take full advantage of the PlayStation 5 as we speak. So I do believe that Sony is very impressed with Insomniac games and everything like that. Also, he's saying that, well, they're impressed because of the results of, you know, them being a great multitasker as far as, you know, focusing on growing the studio. Sony is focusing on growing the studios and in addition to new acquisitions right now. So they're trying to focus on buying more stuff, which we're going to talk about. They're going to buy more studios and everything like that, but they are happy with Insomniac games right now with how they're multitasking and doing everything like that. So Sony wants to continue to do what? Grow. They want to continue to grow. They want to get more studios. Microsoft have so many studios right now. I can't even count how many studios they got. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's not a race, but Sony needs to have more studios. They need to, if you're not going to get more studios, then you need to hire more people. You know what I'm saying? Hire more people to get these games out because people are getting impatient. Also, he's saying that, well, yeah, Sony is focusing on growing studios in addition to new acquisitions. Company's main focus considered as a quality sign that boosts sales. Okay. And also, let's talk about the 2023 to 2025 situation. I told you guys that this is obviously a lot of stuff that we have to talk about here. All right. So here's the ending part of it. So you guys can be happy. Okay. We'll see though, if all of this is true. He said that there are also several strategic partnerships. Okay. And so several strategic partnerships. Again, partnerships that are more interesting and unpredictable than acquisitions. You know what I'm saying? So remember, Sony don't have the buying power. And I've said this before, right? That Sony, they don't have the buying power that Microsoft have. Everybody knows that. They don't have the money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft is a $1 trillion company. Sony is not. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft can buy whoever, whenever they want. And that's just the way it is. It just can't change. I mean, that's just the facts. So therefore, Sony is going to really focus on relationships that means more to their business model. They're going to play closer to their chest. They're going to carry the ball closer to their chest. They're going to play it tried and true, like what they've been doing since the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Sticking to the quality, sticking to the studios that they have, you know, the best relationships with, and continue to push out quality experiences for gamers to enjoy. That's just really what it is. And it's just cut and dry. And so that's just the Sony formula on how they operate. Like, yeah, they're not just going to randomly buy studios just because to compete with Microsoft. That's stupid. You can never compete with Microsoft. I mean, that's a race that you're never going to win. The race that you're going to win is stick to your guns as far as your quality department. Stick to the quality department of things. That's what's working for you. And that's what I keep telling people. Yeah, I don't like certain decisions that Sony has been making and doing. But ultimately, like Herman Holt said, they're always going to stick to the single player narrative driven games that Sony is known for. Never forget where you're coming from. Never forget the reason why you are where you are right now. Because it's people like us, the gamers from the 90s and the 80s, you know what I'm saying? And 70s, no, not 70s, but the people from the kids from the 90s is really what makes PlayStation, you know, where they are right now. And that they build up a portfolio, right, since the PS1 with a catalog of games that they have over the years. So if it wasn't for us, the 90s babies, I mean, Sony wouldn't be where they're at right now. So let's not forget where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? Don't bite the hand that actually feeds you. And so that's why it's in their best interest to actually stick to what they know best. And what Sony knows best is selling hardware and sticking to their single player, high quality, big blockbuster titles. That's what Sony is known for. Now they're shifting in a different perspective and in a different light. And the reason for that is because, well, they got to make up the money somehow. I mean, obviously the whole deal right now is up in smokes with the Activision situation and Call of Duty, and Sony is sweating and trying to figure out, like, we need to do something. We need to already got to come up with a new service model here for PlayStation Plus. We need more multiplayer games and we need more money doing it, because if Call of Duty just so happen to disappear in the future, you need something to fall back on. That's why I keep telling you guys, like, you need something. You need your own stuff, because if somebody comes and get tired of you, in this case Microsoft, if this deal actually goes through with Activision and in the future they say nope, Call of Duty is gone, well, Sony has to find a way to make up that money some type of way. You get what I'm saying? And so, man, this is very, very interesting. So let's finish this situation off so that we can move on to the actual next topic. And so now that we actually understand that they're trying to grow their studios, and really also in addition to new acquisitions as well, because they got Bungie, they got Haven Studio, and the list goes on and on and on about what they're going to be doing. And they're doing all of this because they really want to invest in quality studios and really boost their sales and everything like that, so they can have more stuff in return revenue wise. Also, to end it off, I did talk about the partnerships that they're going to be doing, and it's also the unpredictable acquisitions that we don't really know about, that everybody's saying, oh, they're going to buy this, you know, company or that or this studio or whatever the case may be. Also, he's saying that 2023 and 2025, so PS5 2023 and 2025, a lineup will be saturated with new IPs. That's what we want to hear. I'm just saying. Listen, you don't need a book to tell you that. You don't need a book to tell you that. I mean, this is just common sense. See how my mind thinks, ladies and gentlemen? My mind thinks in different ways. If I was Sony, right? Yes, You got to get all the cross-generation stuff. You might as well get all of that stuff because everybody is sick and tired of cross-generation. I get it, but that's just the way how the business works. As always, every PS6 is going to have cross-gen stuff. Every console that comes out is going to have cross-gen. They're not just going to alienate all these millions of people, right, that bought older hardware. This is not how it works. It's business at the end of the day. We have to understand that it's not about what we want. You know what I'm saying? It's what's best for Sony and their business. They're running a business. So they have to keep all those millions of people that bought the older hardware, right, interested. But at the same time, you also have to understand that, yeah, Sony 2023 is going to be the year for the PS5 when it comes to next generation games. Games that are going to be developed strictly for PS5. I'm not saying that there's not going to be a sprinkle of PS4 games here and there, but it ain't going to be as much as it has been for the past 2+ years. So we do have to understand that moving forward, people are really going to want to see fully what the PS5 can do, you know what I'm saying, by them Sony releasing and cranking out a lot of stuff. So he's saying that in 2023, the market, you know, is going to be oversaturated with new IPs and live service titles. It makes sense. And the reason why it makes sense, this is official stuff. If you guys been paying attention and not being fanboys about situations, you understand that Sony already said that all the way up to 2026, right, they're going to be doing 10 live service stuff. So this is true. He's telling this is the facts, right? The market is going to be oversaturated by 2023 to 2026. It's going to be oversaturated with live service games, with new IPs. That is good. So by next year, this year, who knows what Sony have in store, but next year is going to be really when the gears are going to start turning and people are going to be blown out of the water behind what the PS5 can really do, right? So he's saying that the market is going to be oversaturated with new IPs and live service titles. And then he said, I will share studio by studio details in upcoming tweets. So again, I know that this was a long thread of things to actually go over, but I really wanted to take the time. You guys know how I do this thing, man. I like to break things down with you guys. I like to talk about these topics, and hopefully all of that is true and we can get by that. But some of it is true because the live service stuff, Insomniac Games is working on multiple stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? The situation with Factions 2, we know that is true. You know, so some of this stuff off rip, I mean, it's already out there. It's just really kind of hearing a little bit much more information on it. And then Ben Studio, you know, are they really working on an open world, you know, stealth type of game? I mean, only time will actually tell. So let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section down below on what you think and believe about these new PS5 titles. All right, let's move along here, because where there is smoke, there is definitely fire. Now, I do understand how PlayStation fans think, because I'm a PlayStation fan myself too, right? And so we always want a showcase. We don't like state of plays, right? All of us as gamers. Like I said, I told you guys, I preach this gospel on the channel. I said, get both. I always tell, I don't build no animosity towards Xbox, you know, or anything like that. Being a fanboy doesn't put you anywhere. Life is too short for the nonsense. We all need to come together as gamers and reap the benefits of what Game Pass is offering, reap the benefits of what PlayStation Plus is offering and what PS5 has to offer, what Series X has to offer. They're both great machines. So there's no reason why we can't be gamers and come together and just play games. But I'm specifically talking about the boys in blue. The boys in blue, right? The PlayStation fans. You know what I'm saying? Y'all love showcases. I love showcases. State of plays is normally a hit or miss. We already know this already. This ain't our first rodeo. We already know this already, that we need showcases, because showcases basically showcase what's in store for PlayStation 5. That's what people care about. They don't care about PS4. Oh, I don't care. I don't want to see this on PS4, because in the eyes of gamers now, PlayStation fans, oh, PS4 is holding back PS5. Well, you do understand that a lot of those multiplayer games, or not even multiplayer, but a lot of these multi-platform games, they're actually developing a lot of these games with PS5 in mind and importing it to PS4, or some of them are, you know, depending on the time frame, was developed on PS4 and then, you know, developed on PS5 afterwards. And so the quality might not be there for some. So let's talk about this showcase here, because like I said before, I honestly, if I was, you know, Greg Miller, you know what I'm saying, I literally would not stop my show for no PlayStation Plus announcement, new PlayStation Plus or Spartacus announcement. I would have said, you know what, man, please, the show goes on. But if it is a showcase, you bet your bottom dollar the show has to wait, because we have to cover the showcase. You know what I'm saying? The showcases, because the showcases are vital to our community as gamers. You know what I'm saying? I can't miss out on an Xbox showcase or a PlayStation showcase. That's vital, bro. That's vital information. That's games that we haven't seen before, or games that are newly in development. So we have to talk about this. So emails. Let's talk about these emails and everything like that, because there's obviously a lot of things to actually go in. If there's emails going out, then you already know where there is smoke, there is definitely fire. Thank you so much, Dominic, for subscribing. If you're brand new to the channel, click that subscribe button, turn on that post notification bell. And while you're at it, hit that like button, hit that share button if you are enjoying the gaming podcast discussion that we're having here. Diving into our next story here, we have to talk about this showcase here that is getting ready to happen, because obviously I know some of you guys are very, very interested, okay? And so PSVR 2 showcase, rumors grow as Sony sends out emails introducing PlayStation VR 2. So they have done this before with PS5. Remember the same situation? I got emails on that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, anytime they start sending out emails, you know what I'm saying, like this, introducing, that means that something is getting ready to happen. And so this is what's actually taking place right now, and leads a lot of people to believe, well, Jeff Grubb and Greg Miller have been running their mouths and saying, whoa, something very big is happening acquisition wise, but also we've been hearing about a showcase that's supposed to be happening. So this is the reason why we're talking about what we're talking about, because like I said, but now we have Tom Anderson. That's another, you know, credible person and everything like that. And so this is the situation that we're actually dealing with right now, because a lot of people are like, wait, it can't just be Spartacus. It has to be something else, right? And it's either they're buying another studio, or a lot of people say, oh, they're doing From Software, or they're doing Konami or Capcom or all this other stuff. Then we're hearing rumors that, hey, you know what, they're not doing that, they're actually buying more studios, which we're gonna go off into the more studio situation afterwards. But it says Sony Interactive Entertainment may be planning a dedicated PSVR 2 showcase at some point, all right, in the not so distant future, after the format holder have sent out emails to customers titled introducing PlayStation VR 2. It says, while this may not be nothing more than the usual email blowout for marketing latest products, the leaker Tom Henderson noted that the same thing has happened before with PlayStation 5. I told you that. When they were starting sending out emails and all this stuff about PS5, not long after that, boom, we got all the stuff that we got on PS5. So it seems as though that Sony is going with the same pattern. We know how Sony is. All right. We know how they operate when it comes to doing showcases and dropping information here and there, whatever the case may be. So Tom Henderson is throwing his hat into the arena, and he is saying that obviously the same thing that happened, you know, with PlayStation 5, which obviously got its own showcase. Furthermore, both Grubb and Greg Miller have heard whispers about a PSVR 2 showcase, so something might be in the pipeline. And so this is Tom Henderson. He basically said Sony sent out new email yesterday named introducing PlayStation VR 2. Now, there was a similar email a couple weeks ago prior to the PS5 launch too. It says it could indicate that there are plans for a PSVR 2 showcase soon as both. And so like I said before, I know some of you guys don't necessarily care about PSVR 2. Some of y'all are not into the VR space. I get it. VR is not for everybody, but it was successful for Sony or whatever. So it was cool for them to say, well, okay, well, let's build up on, you know, PSVR. You know what I'm saying? Let's do a second variant of it because it sold pretty well. It did great numbers for them. And so they're the only one right now in the console space that's doing VR. And so it makes sense for them to actually push it, considering GDC is already over with and it was already blowing minds for a lot of people that really experienced PlayStation VR 2. So I know that you guys really want a PS5 showcase, but who knows? And at this point, you also have to understand that God of War Ragnarok is really, really due for an event, right? Whether it's a showcase or it's probably going to be a state of play. It's probably going to be a state of play, maybe 30 minutes or so, maybe 20 minutes or so, focus on God of War. That will make a lot of people happy. So that is rumored for next month. And then on top of that, I would say the PSVR 2 situation could happen in May. It could happen in June. We're just going to have to wait and see. And we still need to get a full-on, you know, standalone showcase. So God knows when that's going to happen. But let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section about what you believe with this whole PSVR 2 situation. All right. So diving into this next one here, Jim Ryan literally is opening up his mouth talking about studio acquisitions. And so again, this is where we gotta really dial in a little bit. We gotta turn up the flames a little bit, because remember on Thursday we were raising a little bit of concerns here, ladies and gents, about studio acquisition. We were talking about From Software. I think From Software, you know what? I'm probably gonna do a separate review for Elden Ring, because that game is just like one of the best open world Souls type game that I've ever played in my life. Like, the game is just, there's nothing like Elden Ring if you're a Souls fan. Like, before Elden Ring, there was nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And to have something that's open world and that's massive, I mean, it's so much stuff to do in that game. I'm still like, I think I put over 100 hours into the game at this point, and man, I'm loving the game. Yeah, it's challenging, but hey, man, nothing good is easy. Yeah, the game is not perfect. Yeah, I wish some of the mechanics and the animations and certain things would have been better. It's not a perfect game. No game is perfect, but a lot of people thought, well, hey, listen, From Software would be perfect for Sony, to fit in with Sony. Some people are saying Capcom, some people are saying this, all type of stuff, right? Konami, because it makes sense, because the Metal Gear IPs and Silent Hill and all this, which we're talking about, which we're going to be talking about in the show today. Told you guys we have a lot of PlayStation stuff today. So let's talk about the whole Jim Ryan situation here, and with exactly what's going on, because hey, we already know Sony ain't done yet. They got a little bit of money to spend, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to buying more studios and making the right moves, because everything right here moving on to 2023 and beyond is critical for Sony. You know what I'm saying? It's very critical. And so they have to build up on what they got, like 24 studios now. They have to build up on what they have currently and keep on progressing even more. So diving into our next story here, we have to talk about this particular situation here that Jim Ryan has to say here. All right, rock with me, blue boys and girls, gamers alike. Here we go. Jim Ryan confirms Sony has more studio acquisitions planned. So there it is. They are buying more studios. We just don't know which studio it's going to be, right? He didn't say they're going to be buying, like, you know, full-on corporations or whatever the case may be. They can't do what Microsoft do. You know what I'm saying? Publishers, I should say. They're not going around buying publishers. They ain't got publisher money unless it's a smaller publisher. Now, execs argues not adapting to the Game Pass style formula, and basically they're allowing it to invest in the MA activity. And so we really have to dial into this particular situation so we can understand what's going on. This is PlayStation boss Jim Ryan confirmed that Sony has more acquisitions planned beyond its recent buyouts of Bungie and Haven. And so remember, I told you guys at the beginning of the year or whatever, we had the whole Bungie situation. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people said it was trash because of the live service situation and Bungie of all places. But they got Bungie under the umbrella, right? And Bungie has a lot more free reign to do whatever they want to do with their titles, right? And Haven is more like in-house. All the other studios are more like in-house. And so Sony announced that the acquisition of Montreal, Canada-based Haven Studio last month, which we already know about that already. And we already know about, you know, Nixie Software, Fire Sprite, Returnal developer, Housemarque, Bluepoint Games, all of that, right? All of that. So he was on the PlayStation podcast. And this is what he had to say. He says, we're in a really good place with PlayStation Studios and have been for the past few years. All right. The critical success and the commercial success of the games that I've been making, right? Now that they have been making, that has given us permission to do what? Invest heavily into content creation. Can't go wrong with that. Cannot go wrong with that, because that's definitely vital to any studio, is content creation, the games that they're creating and putting out there for us to play and enjoy. He added that we're growing our studios organically and we are growing through acquisition. Told you guys. So they're growing organically with the studios that they already own, plus they're growing through, you know, acquiring more studios and everything like that. He said that we have acquired 5 studios during the course of 2021. Yes, they did. Now we're in discussion with Bungie and we have more planned. So they have more studios planned. This is getting us into the what? Virtuous cycle where success begates success. Okay. And so this is very, very interesting. And obviously he did reiterate about the whole PlayStation Plus situation and what they're not trying to do. They're not trying to stop out of what they got going on, which I completely understand. I mean, the formula is actually working, which is fine. Okay. Said the exec went on to reiterate why Sony has decided not to include day one releases in its new subscription offering like Xbox Game Pass does, claiming that such a setup would damage the quality of its games. And this is what Jim Ryan had to say on that. He said that the games that we make are getting bigger. They are getting better. They are getting more beautiful. They are getting richer. The narrative is getting stronger. This is really great. And gamers tell us this is what they really want from PlayStation. I told you guys. It's very crucial and critical when you speak up. I always tell you guys this. Speak up, speak up, speak up, speak up. Every single time. Don't sit there and fluff up Sony, because Sony is a business. If we vote with our wallets, that's how we send signals to them. You know what I'm saying? That you leave it to the content creators like myself to let y'all voice be heard. Speak up for you guys as well if you don't have a platform to say so. And he's saying that that's what PlayStation fans want. And that's true. PlayStation fans really want bigger, better, stronger, richer storytelling games. That's just really what it is. People want high quality stuff. They want stuff to take full advantage of the hardware that they're buying. That is true. So I do agree with Jim Ryan on that. That is, as a diehard fan, like, that is true. I mean, I know how some of you guys think. Like, y'all want that. Everybody wants a more beautiful game and a game that's bigger than the last game you played. Everybody wants bigger and better storytelling. That's it. More value. Also, let's talk about the ending part of what he had to say. It says, now I have to say, putting these games into a subscription service immediately upon their release would break the virtuous cycle. Okay. And we wouldn't be able to invest in the way that we are currently able to. Again, they're not Microsoft. What works for Microsoft won't work for Sony and their business model. That's just a proven fact. You can ask anybody, you know what I'm saying, that's in business. Not, you know, you can see another man doing something. Don't mean you need to do it, because it might not work for you. And that's cool. As long as Sony stay tried and true to what they know best, what makes Sony great, what makes Sony stand out from the rest is their high quality games. that they've been doing for 20 plus years. That's what Sony is known for. That's why they're the industry leader right now in the console market, is because of their games. They're high quality games. And if he's saying, well, that's not going to work with our business model, then why would you deteriorate yourself from that? That's going to hurt your business model. You don't have to sit there and copy Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft has laid out the actual format and formula. You can piggyback off of that and say, well, we can have our own stuff, you know, similar to what they're doing and be more competitive with our games. How you beat Microsoft is sticking to your guns as far as quality games. And I'm glad that Jim Ryan got that in his head. Like, that's what PlayStation fans want. We want bigger, richer, better games. That's all we want. And we want games to take advantage of PS5. That's all we want. And don't go back on your word on things. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and lie to us in your marketing and making it seem like something when it's not. Like, no, don't do that, because people are going to call you out. Well, you did say this before. Why are you going back? Just stand behind your word, man. Stop being a fraud. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand marketing is marketing at the end of the day, but you don't have to lie. If you're saying a game is going to be on PS5 and it's going to be on PS5 only, then that's what it needs to be. Otherwise, people are going to call you out. We already know how the internet is. The internet is a place that is unforgiving. People don't have time to sit there and babysit you. Like, if you say something, you better be a man, stand behind it, say what you mean what you say, and that's game over. You get what I'm saying? So I really want to just highlight that for you guys as well. Now, diving into our next story here. Let's talk about PS3. Okay, and so this is one of the biggest talks. Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer, because on top of everybody that's covering this, Hip Hop Gamer did come out and make a video. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. He was one of the first persons that I heard that said, hey, Sony is doing something about this. And a lot of you guys, I love PS3. I love PS3, man. I love PS3. And I think that PS3 deserves the same amount of credit that PS2, PS1, PS4 and 5 and PSP games are getting, the treatment of you being able to download these games and play them and not just streaming them. There's too many great titles on PS3 that I think a lot of you guys want to replay and everything like that. So let's dive into this one. Let's not waste any more time, and let's do this the right way. So diving into it here, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the share button. I definitely do appreciate you guys. All right, so diving into it here, Sony could be working on proper PS3 emulation for PS5, okay? Claims Jeff Grubb. And so, like I said, Hip Hop Gamer was one of the first ones to say it. He said that, hey, Sony is working on the PS3 emulation for PS5 to where you can download games on, you know, on your PS5 and have it running no problems, whatever, even improving the quality of it. But it's taken a lot of time and it's taken a lot of money. I do believe that, because, you know, it's already hard enough as it is with the cell processor. So I get why they're taking their time, but they should have said something. They should have said, well, hey, PS3 download, you know, will be coming in the near future or something like that, and not just put it out there and say, well, hey, PS3 is just going to just be streaming only and that's it. Like, they could have come out and said, well, hey, you know, for those people that love PS3 and PS3 games, listen, you will be able to download them in the future. It's a work in progress. That's it. So that everybody won't be up in arms about this particular situation. So we hear it from multiple sources. We heard it from Hip Hop. We heard it from Jeff Grubb. So obviously there's some truth to this. And granted, this is how it actually needs to be. Now, let's dive into what Grubb have to say. He says, since talking about this all week, I've looked, I've asked. It sounds like Sony might be working on emulation for PS3 on PS5. It may take some time. Same thing Hip Hop said. It may take some time. I wish they would come out and tell us that. Jesus, didn't I just said that? Didn't I just said that before Grubb even said it out of his mouth? I just said that. That's the thing I don't like about Sony sometimes. Like, Sony is a part of my childhood. I'll always love Sony. But when you love something, you have to be real. And that's something that, when it comes to me, I'm always real with you guys. I'm always going to be authentic. Until the day I get up out of here, I'm always going to be authentic with you guys and keep it $150 with you guys. I'm telling you guys the truth. You guys might not like what I have to say, but my heart is right. I love Sony. I don't hate them. But if you love something, you need to be critical and you need to be real. And you need to be like, Sony, what the heck are you doing? You know, just like anything else in life. If you love and care about something, you need to be truthful. You need to stand up as a man and say, hey, listen, this is nonsense you're doing. You know, understand what I'm saying? And communication has been a weak spot for Sony. I hope that they get better with communicating with their fans. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as I get the information, I'm going to relate it to you guys. If I hear anything internally and I'm allowed and I'm not under NDA, I will tell you guys, period. You understand? I picked up something today, you know what I'm saying, that I can't even say where it's from. I can't even say where it's from because again, I'm not allowed to, but just know that it has blue over it and I can't talk about it. It's for something that ain't even announced yet. I can't even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I can't even talk about it. I'm not supposed to talk about exactly what it is. I can dance around the fire a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it's sitting right over there. I can't even talk about it right now because there's something that is actually happening that I think you guys are going to love and enjoy when it comes to PlayStation 5. I literally didn't even realize that I had it. It was sitting in my mailbox in my P.O. box for a little while. I think it was sitting in there for since last month. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? And I got up early this morning. That's probably one of the main reasons why I started to stream late. I got up early this morning. I drove to the post office and I'm like, I opened my post box and everything like that. And there was a letter in there and I had to take it to the post office and big old box, big old package. But I can't talk about it right now. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. There's a lot of stuff going on with the channel. And it's only because of you guys. I always tell you guys how grateful and thankful I am. Because if it wasn't for you guys watching the channel and sharing stuff and liking stuff, that's why I tell y'all keep doing what y'all doing because it's going to help us in the long run. I know y'all want the PS5 news. Y'all want Marlon, what's going on? I can't talk about it right now. Wish I could show it to you guys on camera. I can't. Because then it's gonna, I can't. I wish I could. But ultimately, I was even shocked. I'm like, whoa, okay. And this is a game for the PS5. This is a game. All I can say is a game that is coming to PS5 that I think a lot of you guys are just gonna be happy about. You're just gonna be happy about it. That's all I can say. I love y'all. I wish I could say more, but I can't. So let's finish this off. It says, tell us, basically, Grub is saying, well, tell us you are about this stuff because that is what was actually missing from the PlayStation Plus announcement. So he's basically talking about, the whole PS3 downloading situation already. So we'll see. We'll see. So obviously there is multiple stuff, like I said, behind the scenes that are happening right now. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying that, hey, there's a game or there's this or there's that. You just have to just find a way to, you know, channel it out. All right. So diving into our next story, which I think that you guys need to take advantage of this particular situation. So let's talk about PlayStation Now and what Sony is doing and what I think you guys should be doing too. Because if you don't, some of y'all already crying saying that y'all not going to be spending $120 a year or whatever the case may be. So let's talk about it. 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 Let's talk about it, man. We out here. We out here. We're trying to make sense out of what we're doing. So let's dive into our next story here. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that share button. Definitely does help us out. Okay. You need to be doing this. If you're going to be crying about spending $120 a year for the premium, you need to do this. PS Now subscriptions are starting to be stacked by users for big PS Plus premium discounts. Sony right now, they are already stopping the annual subscription, you know, for, you know, this whole situation right now with PS Now, because remember, PS Now is going to be merging, is going to be doing what? Merging together. So it would make sense for a lot of people to start stacking up on those subscriptions for PlayStation Now, because 100 is either you're gonna pay what you're gonna pay $60 or you're gonna pay 120. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of people are going around doing. They're buying up a lot of PlayStation Now yearly subscriptions before Sony completely tear it away, because right now we're actually hearing from Sony that PS Now annual subscription option is removed by Sony from the PlayStation Store. So they're already removing it from the PlayStation Store, and we're already hearing that they're going to be pulling away, you know, from PlayStation Now altogether from the store. So they're doing it from from the PS Store. So if you go to the PS Store, you're only going to see $8.99. You're only going to see monthly options and not yearly options. All right. So if I were you guys, I'll go to that store and I'll start stacking up on PlayStation Now. Start buying up your PlayStation Now yearly subscriptions, because so that you could get that discount for the actual premium service. Because when that service kicks in June, a lot of you guys are probably going to be upset. You're already upset already. There's no way I'm going to spend $120 for all that stuff Sony is offering. Well, if you want to save you some money, unless you are a rich person, then that's fine. But hey, right now, even Warrior64 was talking about it out on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Saying that, hey, XYZ, XYZ. But hey, it says PS Now stack up, no longer work it. Well, there you go. There you go. You can't say I didn't tell you guys. They already pulled it from the PlayStation Store. So it's just a matter of time for them to be pulling it from the actual stores, you know, out there and everything like that. So there you go. Can't say I didn't tell y'all. All right. Diving into our next story here, let's talk about new PlayStation Plus. Obviously, we have a new update on this. I know some of y'all don't like the games. I get it. You know, y'all want day and date. Trust me, I get it. I get it. I get it. And so diving into our next story here, we have to talk about what's going on with the new PS Plus service, because yeah, it's coming in June. A lot of you guys are going to be signing up for it, and it's my job to talk about this stuff for you guys and break things down. Okay. So, new PlayStation Plus will have all the big names. Interesting. I'm going to say it again. New PlayStation Plus will have all the big names. This is good, says Jim Ryan. This is really good, because this is going to shoot up a lot of people. I'm telling you, this is going to make a lot of money for Sony. It's going to make a lot of money. It's going to shoot up Sony's revenue. And it's also going to, you know, provoke you guys to go ahead and sign up for the service, because he's promising that there's going to be some big names that's going to be presented in the lineup. He says, I am going to play a little hard to get on that one, but I can tell you free that we have massive publisher participation in this program. He's talking about the new PlayStation Plus subscription, right? The two tiers that they have, right? And he's basically saying that they have, you know, massive publisher participation in this program. We have all the big names present. We have big publishers. We have small indie publishers. We have over 200 partners working with us to put their content into PlayStation Plus, similar to what Game Pass is doing. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? So that's very, very interesting. And so the lineup is going to be really strong. So that's good. That's good, because that's adding value. That's good. That's good. I literally hope that that's true. Because if that's the case, and that is really and truly happening, and there are some big names that are tied to this particular service, when it comes to games, then that's beautiful. I mean, they already have over 200 partners that they're actually working with. And obviously they got first party stuff that's going to be updated on a regular basis. It's going to be interesting to see how PlayStation Plus turns out for a lot of people. All right, so let's talk about PS Now once again. And we're talking about games and everything like that. And like I said before, when it comes to Game Pass is obviously offering the more value right now as we speak out of the two services, you know, with everything that they have to offer and everything like that. So that's what we're dealing with. So let's talk about PS Now situation and what's going on with that, because hey man, we're putting in the work for you guys. So do me a favor, guys, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get it. PS Now April 2022 games lineup confirmed by Sony. All right, so we have Werewolf, right? We have Werewolf, The Apocalypse, Earth, Blood, and then we have WRC10, and then we have Outer Worlds. Okay, so those are the titles for April 2022. So we have Outer Wilds. Sorry, not Outer Worlds. Outer Wilds, WRC10, FIA World Rally Champion, Journey to Savage Planet, and Werewolf, The Apocalypse, Earthblood. So if those are games that really appeal to you, and if you really like those games, let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. Are you still rocking with PlayStation Now? Are you guys still sign up? Yada, yada, yada. Those games appeal to you, then more power to you, more volume to you. All right, let's end it off here. Abandon / Silent Hill. Remember the whole debacle with, you know, Kojima and Silent Hill and all of this type of stuff? Oh man, Abandon is Silent Hill. Man, we still haven't seen a lick of evidence. We haven't gotten a demo. They made apologies. They deleted tweets. A lot of people are like, man, they just lying, man, they just capping, man. Ain't nothing like that, man. Hey, well, here we are. I'm telling you guys right now, a lot of people are frustrated, including myself. So let's talk about this. Abandoned creator says he reached out to Konami following Silent Hill speculation. And so that's crazy, because a lot of people don't even trust Hassan and what he have to say. I honestly think that Abandon is a joke at this point. They did put out a tweet over the weekend saying, oh, do you want us to show y'all what we've been working on so far in development, or do y'all want us to wait until we actually do a full reveal? I voted and said, no, show us what you got, because you promised us a prologue demo and that didn't happen. You show us a guy walking across the floorboard or whatever, wasting our freaking time. A 5-second freaking walking across the floor, teasing people, making people think that it's Silent Hill, and then igniting the fire even more, making it seem like, well, it's like Silent Hill, and then feeding into that and actually saying that it's Silent Hill and blah, blah, blah. And then people just got confused. Man, it's a dumpster fest. That's just what it is. It's a big pile of dumpster fire. That's literally what this game is at this point. And I just feel like, well, man, let me just go ahead, walk away from this situation. It's a joke. It's a waste of time. But he was literally, you know, during a chat with Scared Symbols Plus or whatever, he said, I reached out to them. I was stressed out because people thought it was Silent Hill. Well, you had definitely initiated it for people to believe that it was Silent Hill, because people wouldn't have believed if it was Silent Hill if you didn't initiate it. You get what I'm saying? So that's the whole reason why. And then all the conspiracy theories last year, oh God, it was a never-ending cycle. It was ridiculous. Okay, so he said he reached out to Konami, and, you know, because people were thinking that it was Silent Hill. It got so out of hand, and you know, you are the small developer. You have never had a big audience. You're inexperienced. I reached out to Konami saying like, hey, you know what? It was never my intention, and they were really cool. So he basically said to Konami, listen, man, it ain't my you know, place to sit there and say that our game is Silent Hill when it's really not, because obviously that's their IP. And man, they just made a fool out of themselves. And at one point I thought to myself, like, well, you guys are making a clown out of yourselves. And you know, obviously the threats and all that stuff is wrong. Nobody should be threatened about anything, but it's just the way how they go about stuff being unprofessional, and also just, I don't know, just verbatim, just not being thorough about what they're actually doing. You say, if you're saying you're going to give people a demo or showcase something, you need to, I don't understand why Sony is tied to this whole situation. Leads a lot of people to believe that, well, maybe they do have something going on. Maybe it is Silent Hill, or maybe it is Kojima, and the conspiracy theory never stopped there. It just kept going on and on and on. Now they're deleting tweets, and now they're just saying, hey, they're going to show us what they have. So we'll see. We'll see. For all we know, this could be very well a disaster. But let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section down below. I think it's a stone cold stunner situation on this particular one, because it's just kind of like, well, what's the point? All right. So with that being said, guys, if you think your boy did a great job talking for almost an hour and a half, going nonstop is not easy. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. We're in the Q&A portion right now. If you do have any questions or any concerns, feel free to super chat. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. If you did enjoy the PlayStation, we talked about nothing but PlayStation today. Literally, the whole entire podcast show was dedicated to PlayStation. So I'm just saying, hopefully you guys had a great time today with the show. We're in the Q&A portion right now. So for the ones who have any questions or concerns, tag me at Marlon Gaming Nation. Super chats are welcome. If you're brand new to the movement, click that subscribe button, turn on that post notification bell. You guys know how it is. Appreciate the love and the support. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank y'all for the support. Appreciate y'all. All right, so first question coming in, it says, this is the exact same thing the other PS commentators are saying. I see a pattern. I may gave to dig deep. Really? What's that? What is everybody saying? What is everybody saying? Don says, Marlon Gaming Nation, thanks for the heads up last Thursday. I got a Series X from Amazon. Hey. Hey.
This is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype. If you a Sony pony, giddy up, giddy up. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype.
Hey. Hey. Hinkle Bottom, thank you. Man, it's always a great celebration when you hear, because of you, I got a Series X. That's why I said, man, we're gamers out here. If I was a fanboy channel, people out here would not be buying Series X's. I want you guys to get everything. If you're a gamer and you love video games, you should get everything. Doesn't matter what system and what company it is, because everything goes back into the ecosystem. So shout outs to my boy for getting his Series X. I'm glad I was able. I did ask, and I said, did anybody want a Series X? Now is the time to jump on it. So I'm glad a lot of you guys,
we're swimming in cash,
got your Series X's because of that stream on Thursday. A lot of benefits do come out of our show, and that's why I tell you guys, I appreciate y'all. We're a family here. I appreciate you boys for watching, liking, subscribing. It helps. It helps. It helps. Believe me, it helps. So I thank you guys. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hinkle, thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank y'all for the support, man. Honestly, I do. Let's see here. Let's see here. It says, what's up, Marlon? So Sony is charging us to pay for the subscription fee of play. No. Basically, if you already have PlayStation Now, it will merge into PlayStation, you know, PlayStation Plus. and everything like that. And then obviously you got to pay for the services separate. If you don't have PlayStation Now already, then you're just going to have to just pay for the upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Like if you already got PlayStation Plus right now and you're paying for the essential plan, then you're going to have to upgrade. You know, there's an upgrade fee that you're going to have to pay for if you go into the other tiers. So that's just what it is. Let's see here. What did Gaskin say? Hold on. What's up, Gaskin? Shout out to Gaskin. Shout out to all of you guys, roundtable members. Appreciate the love and the support, man. Thank y'all for the support, for holding your boy down.
We're swimming in cash.
Kevin with the $2. Thank you so much. Says I also about to go get a Series X2. Hey, X marks the spot, baby. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Listen. I appreciate you so much. You know what I'm saying? For doing that. Like I said, we all need to get Xboxes, man. Shoot, I got everything. I got my Series X headphone. I got my, anniversary 20th anniversary controller. You know what I'm saying? Like I got everything, man. So I'm good with my Series X. Like the only thing I need is a Series S so I could do some comparison for you guys. But ultimately, I'm good, man. I love my Series X. Shoot, I'm playing Elden Ring on my Series X more than I am playing on my PS. So I have both versions of the game, but I've gotten further on the Series X version than I do on my PS5. So just get both, man, and cut this nonsense out. You know what I'm saying? Just get both consoles and just go from there. It says I can chat the address to Marlon on Twitter. Yeah, Gaskin, you could do that. Just tag me, Gaskin. Just tag me, Marlon Gaming Nation, out on Twitter, and just say, hey, this is Gaskin, and then just DM it to me, and then we'll just go from there. So appreciate that. Senpai, what up? Appreciate the love and the support. I'm glad y'all getting y'all Series X's, man, because honestly, bro, it helps. Hey, King Po, shout out to China. Thank you so much from all the way from China. Appreciate the love and the support. Gaskin, I hope your daughter feels better. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Thank you for even being here and everything like that. So appreciate you. Thank you so much. We praying for baby girl to get better and everything like that. So thank you for the support. Oh my God, my heart.
Even further beyond.
Oh my God, my heart. Yo, there's no hope for you. Starting off the month of April strong. Says with the $10, says if it wasn't for the pandemic and the shortage of PS5s would be available for most people, and PS4 would be somewhat of an afterthought in my opinion. Shout outs to the next new Series X owners out there. Best of both worlds. Hashtag best of both worlds. Yes, sir. Yeah. For sure. X marks the spot, baby. Yes, sir. X marks the spot, man. I'm so happy that a lot of you guys are getting it. Listen to me, man. There's a lot of games to play on Series X. A lot of games to be played that are up and coming. You know what I'm saying? A lot of legacy stuff, FPS boost titles that you guys can get back into. Like, there's so much stuff, guys. There's literally so much stuff and so much stuff to look forward to here. And so I'm literally happy and I'm literally excited for what's to come for you guys, man. It's just a lot of stuff. Larry K, starting off the month strong. Besides my boy, there is no hope for you, man. We're going strong for the month of April so far. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for the support, man. For real.
Boy,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Egghead says, it's nice to see when Marlon Gaming Nation gets a donation. Hard working streamer. Thank you so much, man. Listen, Egghead, I literally wear my heart on my sleeve, man. I put a lot of work into this stuff. Like, it's not easy. And just literally sitting down, you know what I'm saying, and talking for almost 2 hours is not easy because your throat gets dry and all that type of stuff. Your voice gets kind of, you know, strained a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? I do the best that I can for you guys, man. Give you guys high quality, nonstop gaming information, reviews, whatever the case may be. You guys are always going to get the best. Even if I'm not at my best mentally, I'm going to give you guys the best. Even if I'm not feeling 100%, I'm still going to give you guys my best. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are one of the main reasons why I'm able to do this full time. And I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for the support. And that's why I tell you guys, get both. Get both. Get PS5, get Series X. Get both. There's no reason for us not to have both, our best of both worlds. I always promote that. I'm always going to continue to promote that for you guys. So that's never going to change. Anybody don't like that, then hey, it just is what it is. Like, just like everybody's like, you asking for money. I'm not asking for a dime. You guys already know exactly what I'm up against. People decided, oh, they want to help out with the house, whatever the case may be. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I appreciate every last one of you guys. I don't take my job for granted. I don't take sitting in this chair for granted. I'm thankful. So appreciate y'all. Just had to get that off my chest. Post what link? You send the email?
I already sent it the other day, but I can post it myself.
All right, just send it so I can put it in. I'll put it in the chat. Just a second, guys. So you guys have been saying that y'all want the link and stuff for the people that's been asking for the housewarming stuff.
We don't expect anything.
Yeah, we definitely don't expect anything at all. Where's the? I don't see it. I don't see it, mama. Don't see it. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Put it in the link. If you got the link, put it in there because I don't see it in my email. Yeah, guys. So come on with your questions and your concerns, guys. I appreciate y'all. It says, my husband is messing up the funds I have to give to Marla next month. Oh, Gaskin, it's all good. $549, man, that's a lot of money. But I appreciate you, Gaskin. You every single time you always give. Like I said, the ones who can give, they'll give to allow this channel to continue to go on full time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not begging or asking anything, but hey, the ones who, the roundtable members, y'all know I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys for holding us together and for keeping our movement going. I appreciate you guys. There is the actual link from First Lady. If anybody wants to volunteer to help, y'all said y'all wanted to help towards the housewarming stuff, there is the Amazon link. Go ahead at your discretion. If not, then it is what it is. No harm done. All right. I'm done with you, TJ. Nah. Your last name is Nike, man. You the man. He says, are you getting the Lego Star Wars game? Man, if it ain't a big AAA title like that, I know that some of y'all will be in. I'm not even, because I'm backed up right now. I have a lot of stuff. Diddy Kong, what up, man? I have a lot of stuff right now that I'm dealing with. And so it's just, man, I don't know. It's just too much going on right now for me to even pick up another game. You know, back catalog is crazy. Still got to beat Horizon. Still got to beat Ghostwire Tokyo. Like, it's just a lot of stuff. So we'll see. Marlon, do you think it's possible that we'll get an update on the Project 007? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Donovan says, thank you, Marlon. I love you, man. God bless. Yeah, God bless you, man. Donovan, appreciate the love, man. We out here. We putting in the work. Tito, what up, man? How you doing? Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. Thank y'all so much for joining. Like I said, tomorrow we'll get back on our regular schedule for you guys. You know, cranking out this stuff for you guys, man. And we'll be back on everything. We'll be back on the grind. TV3 Gaming. What's crack-a-lacking? Listen, I got to keep it $150 with you guys. I saw a YouTuber. I'm not going to say no names. But he was talking about some. I was watching his video yesterday. And he said something that makes so much sense. So much sense. And it's all about content creators and people engaging with their fans and stuff like that. Like I said before, I always take the time to talk to you guys. I keep telling you, a lot of content creators, they have when they upload a video, they have 1,000 comments and they don't respond to any of the comments. Maybe a few big content creators, they talk to their fans, but they don't. And then a lot of people, they just do videos and make their money and go about their business and take care of their family. They don't sit there and take the time to talk to their fans, do live streams. It's vital as a YouTube channel that you do a live stream, because you cannot possibly go through 2,000-3,000 comments under your video. Like, it's just, that would take you like 2 days, 3 days. It'll take you a long time. Now, are they people out there that are dedicated like that? Yes, they are. But I at least want you guys to know that I take the time out of my busy schedule to make sure that I'm talking to you guys, building a relationship with you guys, making sure that you guys are good, because you guys are family to me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, they just upload a video, they do what they do, and they're done. So, Black A, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good? What's good? You know what I'm saying? And I try to get to every comment. Sometimes I overlook stuff.
We're swimming in
You know,
cash.
sometimes I get overloaded because it might be 500, 600 of you guys in here commenting at the same time. And then during the events, some comments might get overrun. Sometimes I do get overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we get to events time where we have almost 1,000 people watching, like, it's hard to keep up with 1,000 people, let alone over 1,000 people. We used to get over 1,000 viewers per stream, and it was hard for me to keep up with every single person, but I try to make sure that everybody is happy, period. I lost the ability to, I can go Swire Tokyo. How do I get it? To attack? Oh, keep progressing. It's supposed to happen. Just keep progressing. Keep progressing. Let's see here. My man OG Gaming says, sup Marlon, great show. Look forward to another great month of information. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you so much for the $10, man. You didn't have to do it, but every month it helps out, man. It helps us out. Thank you. Lieutenant says, a lot of people look up to Marlon. We come to his channel for advice on products and updates and unbiased reporting on companies. Well-rounded streamer. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. That's what I strive for, you know, and I strive to be honest with you guys. So thank you for the support. Marquise Goodwin, Mr. Goodwin says, bruh, I appreciate you. I love your passion for gaming, and you don't partake in fanboy wars. I own and play and love all platforms. My man. OJ, I see you, man. I see you. Nah, I didn't get to watch the Halo series yet. OJ, I see you, homie. I see you, man. I see you, sir. I see you, man. Putting in that work as a mod, man. Congrats, man. Putting in that work. Says, bless the stream and hit the like button. Also, subscribe to one of the best sources on the tube for all the gaming news. My man, OJ, I see you, man. Keep it up, man. God bless. Thank you for the support. It says, are you streaming the Unreal Engine event tomorrow? Really? I didn't even hear about that. What are they going to be talking? Is it, obviously it's going to be about PS5 and Series X. What time is it going to be tomorrow? See, that's an event. I've been so doggone busy. Good Lord. Oh, Robert, you something else. Alejandro says, man, you are freaking amazing. Love the channel. Alejandro, my man, appreciate the love and the support. Let's go, man. We out here. Thank you, man. Thank you guys, man. Big up yourselves. You guys are amazing. Big up yourselves. Yes, sir. Cynthia. Yeah, I've seen it. Let's see here. Alpha says, hey, Marlon, where did you get the hoodie from? Oh, you like the hoodie? Don't worry, man. We're going to have our own hoodie merch line coming up real soon. My mom's got me this hoodie, man. I love this hoodie. Every time I wear this hoodie, I don't know. I just feel blessed. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. It says bless you, but hey, I love wearing this hoodie, man. My mom's got me this thing, you know. Appreciate you guys. Verg says, stay blessed, Marlon. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. They showing a PS5 game tomorrow using Unreal Engine 5. Woo, we got to stream it then. We got to. What time is it? Unreal Engine. Let me look it up. Unreal Engine 5 PS5 event. 10 toes down, I'm around with the gang. My whole life I be doing my thing. Getting that money ain't no thing. Everything I do it for the gang. 10 toes down, I'm around with the gang. Unreal Engine event. Okay, let me just put Unreal Engine 5 event. I didn't even know about this, bro. I don't even see it. Oh, 3 days ago. Okay, here we go. 3 days ago. It says, oh no, but this is on April 1st. But is this legit though? It says, oh no, well, hold up. It says Epic Games announced this week plans for an Unreal Engine showcase that will take place on April 5th, which is tomorrow at 11 EDT. So 11 EDT is 10 a.m. Christ almighty, 10 a.m. Dubbed the State of Unreal. This live stream event will feature a number of different featured speakers, including Epic's Tim Sweetney. Wow. And will run for a couple of hours on Tuesday. So I'm gonna get myself up. I'm definitely gonna get my tall self up and get to work for you guys. A brief agenda was shared to the show that will talk about, and while specifics weren't given for every single topic that will be talked about, Epic did tease some very special Unreal Engine news, which might bring us new info about Unreal Engine 5. Okay. Well, I mean, let's see, man. I mean, obviously, we'll see. He says news about Epic's Unreal Engine seems like a safe enough bet as far as expectations for event goes. I mentioned blah 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 about the Matrix presentation. Specific games weren't mentioned, so we'll see. We will see. So that's tomorrow. So I gotta remind myself to get up, like say around 9 or so, and start streaming. Get ready for it. Dang, no joke. Yep, it's real. It's definitely real. State of Unreal. Yep, I see it on the website right here. It's going to be a keynote of Unreal Engine news. The Matrix Awakens. Oh yeah, creating a world and creating your first game in Unreal Engine. So yeah, they're going to talk about, obviously, you know, the Matrix Awakens and how that turned out to be, and generating a world. So I guess that's something to kind of dig into and kind of see how that actually works out. But we'll see. It says, skip that Unreal Engine event. It's focused on technical stuff for developers. It's going to be a snooze fest. Okay. All right, then. I guess we'll skip it then. I thought they were actually going to be showing like PS5 stuff on there, but okay, that's cool. I don't want it to be a snooze fest for you guys. It says, y'all, Steely, what up? It says tomorrow is God of War State of... Tomorrow ain't no God of War State of Play. Boy, ain't no way. It is no way. Ain't no way. April Fools was like 4 days ago. No, sir. April Fools was like, you know, past and gone. Like, ain't no State of Play tomorrow. I wish. That would be a night. That would be nice to get a State of Play tomorrow. And I always get Sony's notifications. So if anything about a State of Play, I would have known. Yeah, right. We all wish there was a State of Play. Shoot. Marlon, how many PS2 games do you think it will be on a subscription? I think a lot, considering that PS2 is one of Sony's best, you know what I'm saying, console to this date. I think a lot. I think maybe 300, maybe, you know, maybe 200. But I think it's going to be definitely well over 100. It says, Marlon, let's see here. It says, we want you to tune in. Don't listen to that guy. Ha! Tito. He says they have a YouTube channel. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing it on the actual website here. You want to see it, Sean? Okay, well, hey, if y'all want to see it, then I'll do it then. Watch on YouTube. Let's see here. Yeah. Unreal Engine 5. I think a lot of they already have 400 and something people waiting. So we'll see. We'll see, man. Hopefully we see some really, really cool stuff. Hopefully we see some really, really cool stuff. I'm hoping and praying. I'm at least hoping and praying that we see some really, really cool stuff, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of like where I'm at. PlayStation Showcase this April. Hey, I hope and pray so. I hope and pray so. I really do. Thank y'all for the support, man. Marlon, this means you can play Onimusha again. I know. It says still going to be interesting because because they use the Unreal Engine for movies and everything. Now it's the future. Yeah, King, for sure. For sure. I mean, that's just what it really boils down to, you know? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He says, already waiting. Hey, man. So I might stream it though. I might stream it because I really want to see. I'm excited for the future, and I really want to see what you know, what's in the pipeline for Unreal Engine, how the games are gonna look, and so I'll stream it for you guys. I'll stream it, you know, and see what's good. I said, Marlon, you think Onimusha paved the way for the Dark Souls game? Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, and a lot of other games, you know what I'm saying, that came out before. Yeah, for sure. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me, for subscribing, liking, sharing. You guys are literally the best community that anybody can ask for. And I really do appreciate you guys, you know, for everything, man. God bless y'all. We do have a lot of stuff on the table right now. And I'll do my best to stream that for you guys. I'll do my best to remind myself to do that for you guys tomorrow. But it says, wow, I guess my question doesn't match your title. Haha. He says, all good, my guy. Wait, Zone, what was that question? Real quick, what was that question? PlayStation Plus games for April are not bad. You got Werewolf Apocalypse. Yeah, Werewolf Apocalypse. It's not a bad game, but you know, it's all right. If that warrants you to go ahead and do that, then hey. It says, do you think Sony will add online play to these retro games? Maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't get my hopes up on that. Massa, thank you so much for the support. Marlon, what map changes do you want to see in Man, a lot, dude. We could go on and on and on about this. All right, so I appreciate you guys, man. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the love. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing. If you're brand new to the channel, I appreciate y'all, man. And we'll see you guys tomorrow again. I'll try to do my best to stream the Unreal Engine event for you guys, and then we'll just go from there, all right? So appreciate y'all. I set a reminder on their actual page so I can remember to stream it for you guys tomorrow, all right? Love y'all. Be blessed, be easy, be healthy. Love one another, guys. Love your family. Blessings to all of you guys, man. Lego, we out here. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no chain. Feel like Ice Cube, cause I did good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy I skate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, had a paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted.